ACIT Tutoring and Tutor Training. Please note that at the bottom of your screen, you can stop, pause, and play. You may need to take notes along the way, so please take note of this tool. Bay Area Education Support Systems, or Baess, started by Jack Backaboy and Bill Kramer in 1995. Barbara Sabadini is our Director of Contract Services. Your Site Coordinator. Your Site Coordinator is your go-to person in charge of making sure all programs run smoothly at your school site. The Site Coordinator is your liaison between the principal, teachers, parents, Sylvan staff, and you. He or she reports to the program manager and is responsible for the following: taking care of any behavioral issues beyond your control that may arise in your classroom, answering questions to parents, after-school coordinators, teachers, or the principal, making sure you have enough materials and gift cards, answering your questions, ensuring that all students get home safely. The site coordinator is the last person to leave the school, getting test scores and parent agreements signed by parents, coordinating attendance and proficiency with you. Mission Statement and Goals. Mission Statement. At our Sylvan Learning Centers and in our school programs, our ultimate goal is to achieve 100% satisfaction. We pledge to use our best efforts and all reasonable means to meet this goal. We are always available to answer any questions you may have about your child's program, progress, teachers, procedures, or any other issues. We are committed to making a positive difference in your child's future. Guests of the school. We agree to act as guests on our school site. As guests, we will maintain a sense of gratitude that we have been allowed to use the space on a school campus. We agree to respect school teachers and their classrooms, as well as principals and after-school coordinators. We agree not to use school materials. We agree to do all that we can to maintain a positive relationship with our schools, as this is essential for ongoing relationships. Tutor responsibilities. Tutor responsibilities. Complete all assigned Sylvan University online education modules and assigned training sessions. Understand that you are representing Sylvan. Please dress and comport yourself in a professional manner. Please do not wear jeans. Keep ACIT tutoring kit in a safe place. Be sure that materials such as pencils, markers, erasers, and math manipulatives are ready prior to each class. Most schools will allow you to store your materials on their site. If you are unable to attend a tutoring session, notify the site coordinator as soon as possible so that a substitute tutor can be contacted. Tutors may be replaced after more than 2 absences. Be aware that you are working to achieve 1 year's academic growth on the post-test. Leave all rooms used for tutoring in better condition than when you arrived. Sylvan University Now, or SUN. You will be given some specific courses to view online. These courses will directly relate to ACIT curriculum and how to teach the direct instruction lessons. This training will discuss operations specific to Baess. Go to www.sylvanu.com. Your student login will be your first initial, last name, and 587. Example, B. Sabadini 587. Your password, which is case sensitive, will be Sylvan 587 with a capital S. Click on the courses that have been pre-assigned to you. Each course is approximately 20 to 30 minutes. Additional tutor responsibilities. Create energy and fun in the learning process. It is essential for academic growth, student attendance, and continued positive relationships with schools and districts that our students enjoy their learning process as much as possible. You can achieve these goals when you get to know your students well. Students behave better with teachers they like and respect. Control the learning environment with positive reinforcement rather than negative. Handle discipline issues appropriately. First, within the classroom using the reward of tokens to manage behavior. Next, request assistance from the lead teacher or site coordinator. Standard daily tutoring procedures. Arrive 15 minutes prior to the teaching hour. You are compensated for this prep time. Greet students at pickup location. Know where each child is to go after tutoring and know how they are going to be going home. Assist in passing out snacks to each student daily. Follow daily lesson plans in ACET Teacher Manual. Math tutors need to engage students by using math manipulatives every hour. Attendance procedures. Fill out the attendance sheet completely within the first 5 minutes of class. Use the attendance sheet as a way to mark the total number of hours the student has attended. This is an easy way to track student hours attended. Leave blank if the student is absent. Site coordinators will review attendance within the first hour of instruction. Sample attendance sheet. Here is a sample attendance sheet. You will see that class was not held on Wednesday and that Elizabeth and Jose were both absent on Tuesday. Please also note the Proficiency tab on the right-hand side. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Proficiency. Please refer to your ACET Teacher Manual for the 1 to 3 proficiency scale. You will need to evaluate each student's academic proficiency every 2 weeks. Here is a sample rubric for the proficiency of student progress. You will find this in your ACET Teacher Manual. Here is a list of 99 ways to say good job. Please try to say at least 2 of these every day. Tokens. At Sylvan, we use tokens during classroom instruction. The benefit of tokens are increasing student motivation, increases student self-esteem, improves table management. Students will receive incentives and gift cards in exchange for their tokens. Give 10 to 12 tokens per hour. Each token is worth 2 points. Tokens continued. Manage tokens by indicating on the token tracker each time a student reaches 200 tokens, so a gift card can be sent to your site for the student. Tokens are given for effort, behavior, participation, and attendance. Students should receive a total of 10 to 12 tokens per tutoring hour. This includes group tokens. Note, each token is worth 2 points. Elementary school students can also receive a $5 gift card for perfect attendance every 2 weeks. Middle and high school students will receive 2 $5 gift cards for perfect attendance every 2 weeks. They will not receive daily tokens. Students who do not have perfect attendance after 2 weeks can restart the clock after each 2-week period. Be aware, some students may change the token amount on their token tracker. Be sure to keep an eye out for this. Here is an example of what a token tracker should look like. Compensation and payroll. Payroll login information. Our payroll system is with Honkamp Kruger. Website information, our URL is https://sylvanlearning.attendanceonDemand.com/AEW/login. Please take a moment and write this information down. Your badge ID and PIN will be the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. The first screen will show the words invalid. Click the OK button and proceed to the Worksheet tab on the next page. Find the correct day and add your hours. Make sure to use a colon. For example, 2 hours of work would be 2:00. As in another example, 2 hours and 30 minutes of work would be 2:30. Please save the badge and PIN ID screen to your favorites. This will facilitate future logins. You will not receive a check in the mail. To view your check, you will need to log in to https://iishonkamp.com and input the username and password assigned to you by Baess. Please submit your hours daily. If you have trouble logging in to the system, please contact Baess at 1-352-489-6343 or email at baessnavarra5@yahoo.com. Assessments. ACIT uses the grade for reading assessments and the GMADE for math assessments. The grade and GMADE are diagnostic reading and math tests that determine what developmental skills students pre-K through 12th grade have mastered and where they need instruction or intervention. Grade and GMADE are group-administered, norm-referenced, and based on scientific research. You may be asked to help in the administration of these assessments. You will need a bubble sheet, grades 4th grade and up, pre- and post-assessments, Form A and Form B, teacher's manual for reading assessments. Please be sure to have students fill out their full name, grade, date of birth, school, and test date on the front side of the answer key or test booklet for 3rd grade and below. Here is an example of a GMADE Math Assessment Scantron. Education. Reading. You will find the following in your ACIT Reading Kit: a teacher lesson manual, anthology books, student resource books, tokens, cups, pencils, markers, and whiteboards, and test results for each student. ACIT reading lessons will contain the following elements described more in depth in your teacher manual. All will contain reading fluency, vocabulary development, and comprehension. Younger students will also receive phonic and decoding skills with sight vocabulary. Here is a sample ACIT reading lesson. Table management, or the art of making it look easy. Good teachers know how to manage their classrooms just as you will need to know how to manage your group of 6 to 8 students. It is essential that you set ground rules and expectations from the minute all the students sit down at your table. This will set the tone for the entire program. When all students have been assembled, take 15 to 20 minutes to introduce yourself, the Sylvan program, and explain to the students why they are participating. Go over the schedule and explain how you plan to handle snacks and if the student will be given any breaks during the day. Explain how they will earn tokens. Remember that being in a Sylvan program is special, and if you treat it this way, so will your students. Note: Sylvan teachers are to be addressed as Ms. or Mr. For example, either Ms. Barber or Ms. Sabadini. This helps establish you as the adult in charge. Ask the students who they are, and allow them to take a moment to introduce themselves. Make it a game. Have them give you an adjective to describe themselves, for example. If they are young, have them clap their name in syllables. Be creative. Establish rules that you will stick to for the duration of the entire program. Examples of rules are on the next slide. Rules and expectations for your students. Let students know that their teacher, their principal, and their parents want them to be successful in this program and will support you with consequences should rules not be followed. You are their teacher, not their friend. Set up rules in the beginning and reinforce them every day as needed. Students may use the bathroom or get water before or after their sessions with you, not during instruction. They are then to use the bathroom one student at a time. If you have a snack time, students may use the bathroom at this time. Hands are raised for questions. Students may not speak unless their hands are raised. You will have a mess on your hand if this rule is not followed. They are to be respectful of their peers, their teacher, their classroom, and the Sylvan materials. Be explicit with regard to what respect means. They need to try their best. Explain how you want them to enter and exit the classroom. Younger students are expected to line up quietly at the door and wait for instructions. Older students are generally given more freedom, but do not leave a room without permission. ACET Math Curriculum. In your ACET Math Kit, you will find Teacher Lesson Manual, Student Resource Books, Math Manipulatives, tokens, cups, pencils, markers, and whiteboards, and test scores for your students. Math Manipulatives. Base 10 blocks. These are used to teach any concept related to regrouping and number value of 10 systems. Wraparounds. These are used for individual facts practice. Two-colored counters. These are used to differentiate two groups or concepts. Colored cubes. These are used to represent units of length measurement of volume. Math links. These are used to teach patterns and counting. Teddy bears. These are used for patterns, counting, and colors. Good math instruction. Each math lesson should include the following: a review of prior skill, basic math fact practice, in-depth description of math vocabulary, problem-solving activities, math concepts reinforced through oral and written communication. Here is an example of an ACET math lesson. Teacher evaluations. We believe that all good teachers benefit from evaluation so that we may offer appropriate support as needed. Here are some examples of what we will be looking for during observations. Program staff and/or tutor is available and is present before the delivery of services and assumes responsibility for students until tutoring begins. Program staff and/or its tutor assumes responsibility for students after the delivery of services and remains until all students are picked up by an authorized person. Tutor is prepared and begins instruction on time and have instructional materials available for all students. Tutor can describe the learning goal at the start of the activity. Example, today we are going to, and students can repeat the learning goals for each activity. Attendance is tracked daily with sign-in, sign-out utilized by students, parents, and/or program staff or tutor. Tutor differentiates instruction to meet the different learning styles, needs, and interests of each student. Tutor incorporates and models a variety of instructional strategies and skills to encourage engagement and to build academic skills, reasoning through questions, looking for help from others. Tutor and students interact with one another in a friendly and respectful way. Example, positive behavior, knowing student's name, and being attentive to students' needs. Checking for understanding. Once you have completed this webinar, please email kevin@sylvanpiedmont.com with the answers to the following questions. 1. Who do you ask for help if you are having difficulties submitting payroll? 2. How would you describe the academic goals of your students? 3. What impact do you want to make for your group of students? 4. How best can we be supportive and helpful in your efforts to be successful with your students? And 5. How should you handle discipline in your classroom? Thank you for joining the Baess team and helping us make a difference in our children's lives.